Started.
And we're live. Welcome in to the checkup with Zen and Guap for the magical Heritage Week. Masters Hangover, but however you want to look at it. Anyways, we're back.
They're
How you
playing
doing,
this week.
Guap?
Wow, that's crazy.
Elevated event too.
Wow.
But let's not get caught up in that just yet.
Wow.
Let's talk
So
about
they all have to be there?
not
Oh,
well, Rory has already withdrawn. So they don't have
how?
to be there.
See, then what's the point of these elevated events? And then he's the one who, like, people are probably pissed at Rory right now then, because it's like he's the one that like made it to where they have to go to these tournaments. So
Right.
is like Scotty gonna be in it?
Scotty, Rom, they're both there.
Supposed to be like 17 of these things. That's
There's
I mean, it is
there's
golf,
like
but still, it's like
I think there's like
Rory,
6
how are
left.
you withdrawing?
I think there's like 6 elevated
Like,
events left.
What did Rory say? Why he's withdrawing?
Because
Choke so hard. There was like all these.
no, like his putter broke. His putter broke. He needed a new putter.
All right, like he just couldn't have one made like instantly. Stop. Like what? Like, I mean, I guess it was just. Was it just the putter? I think his driver broke.
His driver broke. I didn't really follow McIlroy too much. He wasn't on the featured holes at all.
Just
But I assume
that's another like little rant. Like, and it's not even a rant. Like, it's like, trust me, I love Tiger, right? I love watching him, but it's like when he doesn't even have a chance. It's like I get it. He's views, but he's in every featured fucking group. I mean, the guy was +9 at a point, and it's like.
But think about all the exposure that got to Victor while he was just going off.
That was like, just one day, though.
That's gonna be. He's gonna be a very like popular fan person now. After like everyone got to watch him go off with Tiger.
I guess, but
it was 2 days. No, I guess the second day didn't go too well, but that first day. Ooh.
Victor already like I don't know. It's like it's hard for me to think about that because like I don't know. I feel like Victor's already pretty known. Same with like
me just hopping in the DFS world this year. I don't know who's known and who isn't.
Yeah. But like my thing is just like all right, cool, yeah, whatever. Other people are gonna play with him, cool. They'll get exposure, but it's like we don't need it. I mean, dude could barely fucking walk. Like. We don't need to watch him.
Did you see what Jason Day said?
Yeah, his like the screw popped off. His
screws were popping out of his knee
last year. Yeah. So like it's like it we don't need that. And I feel like I barely saw, and I get it. They probably like hate Phil, but like I didn't see any Phil till like
he gets
like Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, second, tied for second.
Yeah, tied for second.
Tied for second with
Brooks.
Koepka had the birdie at the end to take solo second, but he missed it. It was a long putt.
You know, Brooks got quoted saying he only cares about winning after 3 rounds. That's what he said.
After 3? What do you mean?
He said effectively, I won because where I'm from, we only play 3 rounds.
I didn't see that.
No, people have been making jokes, though. People have been making jokes about it. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, he ain't gonna say that.
He's probably pissed though. He's probably super pissed.
Oh yeah, and he was like talking about shit about the slow play. Did you see all that?
He's like, Rom pissed 7 times.
Yeah, Rom pissed 7. Rom.
You could tell on one of the holes. They were like waiting for him to get off, and they were barely off the green.
Well, you know who
Brooks
it was,
is just like ready just to hit right into him.
You know who it was, right?
Who?
It was Cantley.
It takes forever.
They said Cantley was taking hell long, and he always takes hell long on putts. And it was just, and now like I get it. Like like my thing is like, okay, they played. It's a twosome. It's just twosomes out there, right? Rom and them played in 4 hours and 45 minutes. They should be able to walk in less than 4 hours. I get it. There's more money. I think the main reason is like I'd be taking my sweet time too. You got each shot's millions, right? Cantley was, I don't even know what he finished, but to be in the second group at the start of the day, he was looking to make some money. Okay. And so these guys are going to take their time, but at the same time, I think there needs to be a flow. PGA, but the PGA won't do anything about it. But Koepka has complained about slow play before. That's what him and Bryson's like beef started about. He's like
Bryson
Bryson
plays
takes
super slow.
forever on reading putts because he like calculates everything. And I'm sure there's other guys. There's other guys. If you go back and look at old Masters feeds, like look at the 2005 and look at Tiger. Tiger would take so fucking long. Like it's insane. Which I get, but like a 5-hour round, 4 hour, 45 minutes. I don't
What's
think.
pace? Because like there's certain pace where they start issuing penalties.
No, you have to call time. It's like you only get time for looking for your ball. There's no other time. There's no other clock.
They can't just start assessing penalties because they did to that one kid. It was like an amateur in the U.S. Open or something, and he was just taking forever on every shot. And they like finally just like, hey, if you keep doing this, they can give you a stroke.
This? Maybe they did.
This
they
was
should do that.
This was like 2006.
They should do that. Actually, I think they did have one and they took it away. Maybe. But like, you should you need it. Just get up there and fucking hit, dude.
Honestly, me taking more time over the ball makes it worse.
Exactly. And I'm an impatient golfer, badly. I mean, I hate playing. You go to your local public course and you get a 10 o'clock tee time. That's a 5 at Rancho Solano. That is a 5-6 hour round. It's not
10 o'clock.
Yeah, if you tee off like 10, 11 o'clock on a Saturday, bro, or Sunday, yeah, good fucking luck. That's your whole fucking day. I played with a random one time and he just left. He was like, this is ridiculous.
Dude, I would take that time just to go find golf balls.
No.
When I was in high school, I would just go off and play. And sometimes you get stuck behind like a threesome. And then you just hit and you're just like, all right, I'm going to go into the woods here where people probably lose a bunch of golf balls.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but eventually, like, you're at a tee box, like, you're waiting.
Yeah, eventually it gets old.
Yeah, it's just like 6 hours, bro. What are we doing? Like, I get it.
So are you just going to sit here and try to back up Brooks Koepka about him complaining?
No, I just hate slow play. I just, like, hate slow play, and I ranted about it.
When I'm watching it, it's really tough for me to, like, get put in perspective
and
how long it's taking.
Me watching it did take long because I fucking passed out in the middle of the fucking final round. Like they needed to.
That's because you have to sleep more during at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, but like, and it was they already played a lot of golf that day, regardless, because they had to continue the third round, so they were already playing a shit ton of golf. That's another thing with this Masters. That third round was brutal. Those guys that were playing the majority of that day, they got screwed. Like, they got screwed. They ended up playing in rain almost the whole day and wind. And it just...
isn't that what happened to JT?
Yeah,
he shoots like a 79. And then it was like a couple other, like,
notable... Tiger, like, made the cut at, like, 2 over, then all of a sudden he's 9 over.
Yeah, from like Sunday morning.
Yeah, all of a sudden it makes that course hella long. Like they literally were like Spieth hit it drive. And he's like, oh yeah, he's like that one's deep, like because he's joking because the ball wasn't going anywhere, and the announcers were laughing because he hit it 250. Like he still had another 240 to the fucking hole,
Yeah,
like 220. Like when it's conditions like that, those longer courses.
It's tough.
It just makes it way tougher. And it wasn't crazy wind, but just the rain, and like.
Yeah, I mean,
at that point, did you see it? The caddies are like holding the fucking umbrella over them till they go to shoot, then they get out of the way. It's like you have no idea with the spin, with the water on the ball, spin's gonna act differently. Then you add wind to it. It's a different ball game. Koepka and Rahm, that kind of fucked Koepka up too. Rahm kind of held his own because that third round started.
Koepka was in Rahm was in like the perfect group. Being in that first group to went off in the morning, the AM, PM, like
they both played like they both played like what 8 holes.
Yeah, that's true. Koepka was the same with Rahm. I mean, It was just I'm talking.
Koepka got screwed. Rom just held. Rom held.
Yeah, Koepka got screwed because he had to
Koepka dropped
go.
a few.
He dropped a
And then
few, so that like kills
the
your
next
momentum.
day, then he goes into Sunday, and then he dropped a I think did Rom have the lead going into the 4th round? Or he was like 1 or 2 back by that point?
Going in the 4th round, I think he was.
He was like 1 or 2 back because Koepka
Koepka was
a
at
few
like
strokes.
11, right? And then
Yeah,
Rom
yeah.
was at 9.
Like 8, 9 or 8, yeah. There was though, I mean, the leaderboard changed a lot. Like,
Yeah, the bottom part of
so
it because
DFS
Victor.
wise, I pretty much won my money back. I might have won like another $10 because
Nice. I lose $50 every week in DFS, but
so
I get some back in
I won
Rainmakers.
50. I won 50. My Rainmakers did nothing because remember I told you I pulled Rory and Zalatoris. I put them both in the same lineup. So
yeah,
that
Zalatoris, I guess, is out for the season.
dude, they said it. Damn, really?
Yeah,
I hope, man. I hope that sucks because he was such a promising young player. I honestly, I think it's his swing. His swing has fucked his back up. So he's so scrawny and skinny, and he's putting so much pressure on it. Just
his back.
his torque of the back. It's like because you see how he compresses it and just gets after it. He's a ball striker. But how do I look at history? Yeah, so one lineup ended up winning $40.
Wow.
I finished 889 out of the $5 100K to first.
Oh, you played a $5?
Yeah, $5, and I won 40. Damn, that's so shitty.
Yeah, because like
place.
you have to win. You have to win those things, man. That's what's crazy about DFS.
But this was my lineup. I had Spieth, Morikawa, Schauffele, Koepka, Patrick Reed, TJ Moore. Reed popped off.
Yeah, I saw that.
At 7 under. Morikawa, Schauffele, and Spieth were kind of like Schauffele and Morikawa were a lot better off the beginning of the week, and then Moore kind of he was at even on Sunday. He just fucking made a dick shot +6.
Yeah, some people just fell apart.
Yeah.
I mean, my best lineup did actually pretty well in Rainmakers.
Did it?
Because I had God, what did I have? I had a Rom. Oh yeah, I had a Captain Rom lineup. That did okay. The only problem was I had Max Homa. Let me see if I can pull that up. God, I should keep coughing.
Yeah,
all right, let's go. I'm gonna try to mute it every time I feel one coming, but let's try to find.
I got $50, so I'm gonna do a $5 one again.
Yeah,
you need to win, or you need to be top 10 of these. You need to be top 10. Top 10, you're winning.
Minimum. Minimum. Yeah. That's why you have to like come up with some crazy lineups.
Like,
I honestly don't get DFS at all. I don't know. There's just so much chalk you have to eat, and if you just eat the wrong chalk, you're done. Like last week, I went after McIlroy, and that was a mistake. It was like McIlroy and Homa.
Yeah, I told you Homa's not ready. Rory, like he could have. I mean, Rory could have been. That was just unlucky. But Homa, he's never been in a top 10 in a major. So you had Rory winning, then you picked Homa and Cantlay.
I had who winning?
You had Rory winning, and then you picked Homa and Cantlay top 10.
Cantlay made it, right?
Finish. Did he?
Maybe close.
Then I picked Cam Smith winner and top 10 Rom and DJ. So Rom.
What happened to DJ? Didn't see any of him. Homa blew up.
DJ and Cam Smith kind of got screwed too because like I was like, damn, they could do this because it was like Saturday. It was like Friday into Saturday. They were both like around 2-3 under. I think Cam Smith got to like 2-3 under, but then like they both just in that rain. Cam Smith too. They were like he finally was in the feature group and the rain just fucked him. He was like spraying it too. So he ended up like even or some shit. Bro, I'm like home alone right now too.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody moved out. I'm just here.
Nice.
So it's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, fuck, maybe I should just tell my brother and not move in. But
Oh yeah, you owe me $5
for what?
for Kepka doing better than Cam Young, or sorry, Cam Smith.
Yeah, Kim Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, remember
Forgot
that?
we
Remember, I'll be like, I'll give you the odds. Like, I know right now he's the more
Yeah, but
favorite,
you like I
but I
forget your
believed.
reasoning. It was like dog shit. Like you still didn't even like Kepka.
What do you mean? I just thought he was better than Smith.
Yeah, but what was it?
It was because
You
Smith
were like
came
hating
out
on
and
me for
said,
picking live guys. Yeah,
well,
because
because that's all you were doing. You were just
yeah.
talking about, oh, like, oh, look at a shiny new toy. Let's talk about him. But
So
so I have you look at the pot. If you have the pot up, um, I have my lineup here. I got 121st out of like 5,000 with my ROM captain. I had Cameron Young in there. He got a top 10, and then Burns. He had a rough third round, but he was looking strong. Burns 5 under after the first 2 rounds. Round 3, boom, 78.
um yeah, Burnsy came through. But yeah, no, yeah, you picked Cantley didn't make top 10. So none of your picks made top 10.
Okay, I'm not. I'm talking. We're over that now. I realize I told you. We're over that. Now
No,
we're just looking at
we're
my
sure on
one
Cantley.
Rainmakers lineup. So Jason Day, he was also doing well. Like after the second round, this lineup was like top. Um, it
So
was in
what'd
the
you
top
win
10.
for that lineup?
Hmm.
What'd you win?
$30.
Wow. So
Um,
I won more.
yeah, I guess so. But anyways, like look at after the second round here. I had Rom at 10 under, Burns at 5 under, Day at 5 under, Homo was even, and then Young was 5 under. I was like, oh no, I could win. I could win something if people decide to do well. Next day, Burns is like, I'll shoot at 6 over, and Homo is like, oh, 6 over? I'll go 8 over.
Yeah.
No, that was Day on the final round.
Yeah.
And Homa. Like it was bad. It was a bad final round for me to watch,
Yeah.
but anyways. So Guap did better in fantasy. Good for him. Let's everyone clap. However, if we want to talk about doing well in fantasy, let's pull up our head-to-head match. Just to quiet the haters that hate on me all the
Oh
time.
yeah, it's out, Taurus out. That was just over.
So Guap picked somebody who was injured. So, real quick tip
Why
as far
it's
as
like
like
they couldn't fucking let you like change that because he was out. They announced it before his tea time, and
I
I was
know
like,
I wish it would let you do that.
yeah, like that happens in football, right? Like you could change it to like
But
1 p.m. with the other slates.
right, the late swap or whatever. It's tough with
Mhm.
golf though, because
No, it's literally the same thing.
no, not really,
How? Tell me
because
how.
it turns into a thing like so. Say you know what people start like once that tea time hits. So first tea time goes, you know what, 3 people and where they are in everyone's lineup. So now you know how much everyone's exposed.
Yeah,
It'll
I
give you that
guess. But
percentage.
isn't that the
So
same in
people,
football? Doesn't it show that?
it does show it, but think about the percentage of people starting at the same time. Like over 50%, like 70%. I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers.
No,
Basically,
I mean
there's more games
I
that
get
go
what
off
you're
in the morning,
saying.
and then you know the ownership. So like that's why some people will do weird late swap things to where if they see the public doing something that they didn't do, or maybe they're taking like not as risky positions on the first slate, they'll swap them out to make more risky
Well,
decisions.
then
Like
it's like how like just make it like an injury swap then. Like that should be a thing.
there's definitely something wrong with it because that's burned me a lot in the past.
Yeah, because it's like golf isn't like other sports as well where like you're getting injury reports from like the manager an hour before or they're like setting this isn't like a lineup they're setting like This motherfucker just would withdraw whenever he wants. Like Kevin Na. Kevin Na fucking he withdrew. He didn't finish his first or he didn't finish the first round. Like I looked like he was an early ass tea time too, and I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about Kevin Na. And he fucking was like 6 over. Then I look over and he was just like withdrew. I'm like, oh, okay. But like he actually started. So I at least I wouldn't have felt as bad if like Zalatoris like played a hole at least and was just like, all right, fuck it. And I'm like, okay. But this like he was just like showed up to Augusta. He hadn't been on the was he on the premises? Is that even confirmed? You know, like it showed up, just didn't tee off.
He just practiced and was like, nope, I can't do
It
it.
was just like, nah. It was like,
He was like, nah, are you playing? He's like, nah.
yeah, that was it.
And you're like, yeah.
They're like, you sure? And he's like, nah. You're like, wait, so you're not sure? Nah.
Nah.
They just got confused, but he didn't play. Well, I get it. Yeah, you could look at DFS. I guess. I mean, people must do that in football. Then there has to be some. I get there's more, but then you could break it down to the percentage of that position, right? Say you had an idea of okay, there's only so many running backs later in the evening. You know, at that point, maybe they just toss it up at that point because at that point it's like, yeah, whatever. There's only a couple starting, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
I mean, golf could find a way, but I think it'd just be tough.
I think it's just like they never thought of that before. They just were like, all right, shit's locked.
It's usually
I think that's literally what it
the
is.
night
Like,
before.
Thursday, it just is locked.
Like how often are injuries a thing in golf? Not as not as prevalent.
Yeah. That's what I'm
You
saying.
actually so like I pulled up the head to head thing. Looks like you got pretty close. With Rom winning. You had Rom in your head to head lineup and I still beat you. Mainly because I mean I had Koepka. So I had the guy.
So I literally probably would have beat you if I had a guy that just got cut. Like if Zalatoris would have just got cut, I probably would.
Yeah, if Zalatoris would have played, you would have probably just won. Even if he did get cut. Because, like, look, I had Harman. He got cut. He still scored 21 points. Same with McIlroy.
So if I just had a guy just get cut, he would have had like 20.
Exactly.
And I lost by how much?
35.
Yeah, that's kind of, it's just.
But I mean, I did have Burns.
Is.
Burns and Koepka. They did. Burns just had a bunch of birdies.
Play Rom in DFS either. I just played him because you said you didn't like Rom this week. I was like, what? You're high. So I was like, okay, I know he's not playing Rom. So I just picked Rom.
I think because I was just more on McIlroy. But yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong about that for sure.
Well, I think you get like, and I get caught up in it too, is all right. Because you were like, you've already forgotten. Yeah, like, remember we talked about last week? I was like, bro, Rom's won like 3 tournaments this year already. And you're like, well, last couple of weeks. It's like, so he's still like the last month figured out right now. You know?
Yeah.
And then you could even look at it like, all right, if like Scotty, like he just won, it's probably more of a percentage that he's not going to win, right? I think it's probably like, what are the odds that Scotty were to win the Players and the Masters while winning the Masters the previous year?
I mean, now you're just
pretty high odds.
I bet ESPN, you're going to like start posting those ESPN things. What are the odds of this and this and this happening on a day where the moon was full on the 28th of the month? Like, well, yeah,
I mean,
that's very specific. And I'm glad we know that he did that. But you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, what are the odds though? But you do the same shit.
What are the odds? I mean, you could probably
like, you're like, oh, Rom this last month.
Do you really want to know the odds? Because you just look up what they were priced at the beginning of each of those tournaments. And I mean, that would be the odds Vegas lays for him winning those 3.
But not it's probably the scenario I just said.
So like if he's 8-1, if he's let's say he was 8-1.
But not for the scenario I just said.
By meaning those specific tournaments.
Actually, when was the last time Scheffler won? Like, what was the tournament for this? It was Valero.
Yeah.
Who won
So
the
no,
or,
hold on. Let's go back. Let's back this up. So you're saying, so let's say Scheffler plays in 3 tournaments. He's an 8-1 favorite to win it all in each one of those. What are the odds that he wins all 3? Isn't that kind of your question? Or it's the fact
yeah.
that the tournaments have names and they're within a specific period of time that it makes it like less likely?
Um, I just think that Rom won. You're wrong about it.
All
That's
right.
what
All right.
if
Yeah.
you
So just
really want
cop
to
out.
boil
It's
it
cool.
down,
If you want to boil it
if you
down, I
really want
was
to
really
boil it
wrong last
down,
week. And all day today, I've been questioning my if I have any skill at DFS at all.
I mean, just today should have been a long time ago. You should have been questioning that as well.
I know. Just too much confidence.
Way too much. Way too much. Just like when I beat you by 5 strokes over 4 rounds.
And how many skins did you end up winning? You play
Doesn't
me
matter
today. You play me
who won.
today. I'd go off. I'm going off.
Yeah, right.
So did you golf over the weekend?
Um, yeah, I ended up playing Sunday morning. We played early at Blue Rock, but it was like it was weird. Well, first I played with my shitty buddies and we tee off and like there's actually we teed off early too, like 7:10. There was already people out. And I'm
So by
like,
tee
no
off,
way.
what driver are you using?
No driver at all. I brought a driver. I brought the old sim that I have that has a dent in the face. So I was using that, but not hitting it anywhere as good as I was to stealth. So but that it's a short course. I just eventually hit 3 wood and irons. But
Are you so how come
we
you don't tee
skipped
up
like
your
3
3 wood?
holes.
That's weird. 2 weird things about Guap. He doesn't tee up his 3 wood off the tee and he doesn't wear a
It's just
glove.
called precision, when you
This is
just have
not.
a certain amount of skill, and
You know,
there's a
I
couple
figured
things
out
you
what's wrong with my swing.
yeah,
And
sure.
also, should we post the Guap slow motion on the stream? Might have to.
What guap slow motion?
That's a good question. I think I showed this to you, right? You were like, "Yeah, that looks like my swing." So you want to
Maybe.
know? Do you want to? All right. Well, so where were you in your story? Teeing off.
Um, no, these and then, like, it was a foursome in front of us, and these then my buddy, he fucking like, on the 4th hole, like, these dudes are taking forever, they're slow as fuck. There's a group in front of them, they're, like, a whole hole ahead of them. And these dudes are slow as shit, they're not waiting on any they think they eventually told us, like, there's a group in front of us." We're like, "Bro, I haven't seen you wait on 1 shot. You guys are just slow as fuck." But, like, my buddy, he goes and hits, and these guys, they're at their carts, they're off the green. He hits just a low liner right at their carts, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck." We're just like, "4," and then the guy was like, "What the" he, like, turns around, like, "Hey, bro, green's that way." It's like these Asian cats. He's like, "Hey, bro, like green's over there," and it's like, "Yeah, bro." Like my buddy, I drove up. Like I was just like, "I don't give a fuck. Like I'll fucking knock one of these dudes out right now." Right? I drove up because my ball was, up further, and fucking he starts talking to me. I go, "Hey," He's like, "Man, bro," I was like, "It wasn't me," and he's like, "Yeah, I know it wasn't you." I'm like, "All right, like go to the fucking next hole and start hitting, like please." I'm gonna be done with this hole
They
in
were
like
just
2
like
seconds.
waiting for you guys.
No, they just like were lolly like it was like there's certain golfers, when you go like next time go like and you'll notice them. These guys are there because one, they don't ever golf. Two, it's like like one of their buddies like, "Yeah, let's go. All right, get away from their ladies, whatever." So like they want it to last as long as they possibly fucking can. There's
Right.
guys like that. Like this is their escape. This is their 6 hours alone without a kid, a wife, whatever.
Hmm.
And so we get to like 6, and it's a par 5 uphill, and we start waiting, and it's like 5 minutes pass. I look up, they still aren't even out of driver distance. So I'm like, bro, let's just go. The way the course is, it goes like 6, 7, 8,
Hmm.
right? Are all on this little, so we can't like just go up and skip. I mean, we could have, but I think there was someone on like 7. So we just went to 9. We're like, fuck it. So we skipped like 3 holes. and we didn't see anyone after that. Nobody was in front of us. Nobody was behind us.
What time did you tee off?
7:10.
Oh, so it was just you just were the first group then.
Yeah, they were just like, but there was like, no, they were teeing off at like 6 something. Because there was groups in front of them.
You just
But
found
they were like a hole or two behind.
one group was.
Yeah, the group directly in front of us.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So you
It's-
weren't. So you just like to get caught up on pace of play. How'd you golf? Like you're gonna talk about that or no?
I wasn't keeping score with my buddies. We had a match from the night before. And I gave him a stroke every hole, both of them two versus me.
Mm-hmm.
And they won.
Damn.
Skins. Yeah.
All right.
Came back. I won a few holes, but giving them the stroke was huge.
All right, so stream exclusive. Let's go to the big screen here. All right. Here's Guap.
This is like you're at a weird angle though.
I know,
this
because I'm
looks
in the
like you're
cart.
straight behind.
I'm like off to
Technically,
the
you need
left
to
a
be
little
to the
bit.
right. Yeah, you need to be to the right. 'cause
But
the
you're
ball goes
you're going. Like look where you're aiming. Like I am set up to
I'm
kind of where
aiming
you're
to the left. No, I'm aiming left.
And for the record, guys, Guap hit his ball. It's not even in the drink. It's somewhere over here on the right side. He just didn't look for it. He just drops right here.
Oh yeah.
Guap's like, I make my own rules,
Yeah.
and then I'll make. This is the 9 that he beat me by 5 strokes on, and that he keeps bringing up. This is like 15. But anyways, besides that little story, let's
I need a hinge. I have a weird takeaway.
let's take a look at the swing. So there it goes. I mean, you have a solid like takeaway. What I noticed with your swing is that you rotate your shoulders a lot more than I do, and that's what I'm gonna try to work on. I mean, it's a good little backswing. I mean, you're loaded, and then coming through, you can kind of tell. Do you like slice your irons?
No.
You draw that?
Yeah, I draw them.
So like you do. Well, like what I kind of noticed here at the top of your swing, you like adjust. Like I do the same thing. It's kind of like that's when you hinge your wrist is right at the top there. Right before you go in.
Trying to get rid of
No, that's what you need to do. That's how you do it to hit it straight.
No, you don't want it hinge. You want it flatter. I should hinge earlier, but like see how
What do you mean by hinge earlier?
I have a cupped wrist.
Okay, let's look at the view. Look at the screen I'm looking at. I'm not sure at what point of the swing you're at. I'm at the top of this. I'm at the top of the swing. So it's like from right here, like you can kind of tell how you like move
see my wrist. See my wrist. You go back right there. That's cupped.
That's cupped.
That's cupped. You want it flatter.
You want your hands.
So that means like if you look, so see where my wrist, if you were to put an arrow directly out of my top of my hand, right there, it would point straight right.
This
that hand, yeah. So if there was an arrow coming out of it, it would just point straight right.
That's like not where your club's facing, but like
look where the club face is.
Yeah, it's like
pointing straight to the right.
It's kind of off to the right. Yeah, I see what you mean. And that's why you have to adjust.
You want it to flatter. You want that. Basically what this means is my club face is open.
That's why it looked like you're about to slice it. Like, watch how you bring this club through. You're like going outside in.
I turn over so much. Look at my wrist turn. I have so much wrist action. That's how I'm able to still hit it. Like,
it's like you come back. You're like swooping it through, and I swear it looks like that's a fade.
I might have cut it. Like I played cuts. I played draws.
But yeah, look at this. Like at the top of your swing, you can kind of tell. Like your shoulders are like almost at 90 degrees. And if we go back and look at mine, that's what I'm gonna work on. it wasn't my epiphany moment that I had, which I can share here later.
It's
Um,
because
so here's me.
that's part of my power. Like I can hit the fucking my irons or
This video is not very good because it's like at the top. I don't know what to do. Oh, why are you so high up? Let's just.
why you didn't go to the range recently, or did you? You don't have a new video?
No, I don't have a new video. I played on Saturday, but
Dude, I
this
went to
is
the
just
range yesterday, and it was so fucking packed. There was somebody at every stall.
yeah, that'll happen. Sunday? No, yesterday's Monday. All right, so
I hit
here's
range balls and putted. Or I mean,
you can kind of
chips
just
and
like
putted.
tell my shoulder turn. It's just like I guess
It's just so.
it's 90 degrees, but I
Yeah,
don't
you're turned. Look, see,
like
you're
like look where I
cuffed
start
too,
though. Look where I
but you're a
start.
little flatter.
Look where I start though.
You
Like
bring it inside quicker. You come. You
yeah,
bring
this
the
is a
club.
draw. I'm hitting a draw here.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can kind of tell from like right here. I mean, look at my club though. My club's pointing more to the left than yours is. Right?
Yeah, you're less cuffed than me, but you still are a little bit, but that's better. It's flatter. That's what I told you originally too.
And then here's like kind of you adjusting like
If you look like
right at the top.
Morikawa and DJ,
They're like what they do is crazy.
they
They like
bow
they
their
turn their
wrist.
shoulders like so much. Like look at mine. I bet I could move this like 15 degrees or something more.
All it is, what you have to
Because that's
do,
how
if
you
you
go
want your
through and then you
shoulders,
whip it. It
if
out.
you want your shoulders more, what you have to do is see your right foot, your
Yeah.
back heel, that back heel. Now I want you to think about like the right side of that back heel. That's your pivot point.
The right side of your back heel.
That right foot, back heel. That's your pivot point. That
What do you
will
mean by
allow
pivot?
like that's where when you start your backswing, you want some of your weight on like you on there. Like that's where you turn. You turn
Yeah, yeah. And that's
yeah,
why that the back
and
kind of comes up.
your hip will come back that way too. And that's how you get real draw on the ball. But like
See, that's another
you,
thing. Like I'm not turning my hips at all either.
yeah. Well, you don't need to. It's a
No,
subtle. There's
no, you need
they
to.
actually say no, but there's also like what Rory says too is it's weird. You need hip turn, but you need to resist it at the same time. It's weird.
Right.
Like
No, I get
like I
that.
said, trust your pivot, but like trust that pivot and let it pivot naturally. Yeah, if you look at mine, damn, my hips are way open.
Yeah, I know. These are how your hips are supposed to be. Like I don't mind this finish. Like I feel like I have a good like follow through. Like the ending of my swing's okay. It's just like getting into it as
I
far as
just have to
bringing.
turn over so much and so quickly that it's
It's
just.
almost just like, I mean, I'm like getting there, but it's just
I think you're just weak and frail.
no. I'm strong. Um,
You're way crowded. I mean, look at that right there. But like you also are like taller, so it's different.
I was trying to stand closer to the ball, but anyways, let's go to my breakthrough, my aha moment I had, which
Mhm.
was essentially I texted you. Golf the swing is like almost just like um throwing water from a bucket.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard that analogy.
Or like so the three things I was thinking about the round I played on Saturday, it was I wrote it down. Let me see if I can remember it. One, I'm just gonna look it up. But
Did
anyways,
Beverly miss this? Oh wait, what? What happened?
what?
Oh, it was the Lakers. I guess they won in overtime.
Yeah. Okay.
They had the tournament game, the playing game.
So what I was trying to like tell myself, it's just like you have to be smooth with your swing. And the main thing is just like act like you're trying to like you're like standing at an angle and you're just trying to like throw a ball as far as you can. So what would you do?
I said this. 2 last time.
See, like I wasn't listening, so
I was
finally,
like, bro, if you throw a ball, like you fucking are
yeah,
gonna
but I
face the
didn't
target.
realize
You're shifting your weight towards
how
it.
similar it was as far as like loading up and just like trying to throw it. But like now when I'm just standing over the ball, I'm thinking about just like throwing a ball, just like throwing a ball in the fairway. And then as far as like being smooth and just like having that complete like how it's like all kind of one motion. And then you just got to make sure like once you do that, you just got to swing through it. But my main thing was my misses weren't that bad. So I'm not going to be getting those like 12s on a hole because when I miss, it's just like it's off in the rough.
12s on a hole.
That's it was a exaggeration, but you know what I mean? Like so the worst score I got was a double
That
bogey.
wasn't it. That's not exaggeration at all.
The worst score I got was a double bogey, but like once you start doing that, you become a lot more
I'll t-
reliant on your short game.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I had all
You
these
need
like
a short game.
a lot of my bogeys were just tap-in bogeys, which was nice.
Yeah, if you're in play, you're gonna get near the green in 2. And then
Yeah.
after that, you just chip and putt.
Chip and putt, and it's just a matter of
My
how
thing
close you
is
can
I
get.
need one thing I wanna work on. I mean, obviously, I wish I could practice driver, but I fucking can't because I just never had a
That's just like
driver.
your trip out here just ruined your whole golf season.
Dude, I'm gonna hit up, um, my old boss. He was a Titleist rep, been in the golf business for years, right? I'm just gonna be
Mhm.
like, "Bro, can you give me a driver?" I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah, like I want the TSR 3
Yeah.
because since the
Yeah.
TSR 4 was trash.
Yeah, TSR 4 is trash. 3, I'll get a 3.
I had a 3 and then I went and traded in because I was like, I want the 4. Fuck them.
I the I like the 4. I bet I would like it if I hit it more. It doesn't feel like a driver. It's kinda weird. Feels like a 3 wood. Feels like a wood. I mean, a driver is a
Feels
wood,
like a
but
solid driver. I don't know. I guess it's just like a little smaller. It's like the TSIs.
yeah, but the 3s are the, like
Yeah, they're the bigger
yeah.
one.
I used to play a small bro, I remember it was, like, the dumbest thing, like, because I didn't have I didn't buy any clubs. I just had this old ass pink set for my gramps, and then and it was from GV. And I took like a driver from the fucking shop. It was a demo driver, and they were just getting rid of it. So I was like, I'm taking it. And it was like a 7-degree, like Titleist 905R, like those ones. Remember those older Titleist ones? They were
Yeah.
good clubs. Uh,
7
but it
degree
was
though. That's crazy.
dude, it just shot lasers. It was just lasers off that thing. But it was so hard to square it up. It was so hard. And I played with that for a long time. That's probably why I've never been able to hit the driver. Bro, I was hitting it good too though.
You were.
Man, this stealth and I started to like I finally got used to how the stealth lined up and because it's just like they even had this thing like interview or I forget it was somebody with Sam Burns and they're like, oh, he's like, yeah, man, he's like, my driver broke, so I had to make the exact same one. And he's like, I couldn't hit it. It's like just certain clubs. Sometimes a certain club you just hit better, and it was the
Yeah.
exact same specs, exact same weight, everything. But he's like, I couldn't hit it. Like, I don't know. I mean, we all know golf's fucking 90%, 6 inches.
In between the
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah. That's literally a lot of it. I know you love all those. I've told you about it before, but you just um shunned it off or whatever like you
What?
do until you like
What? The
actually read
lessons?
about it yourself. No, that dude I told you I read, Bob Rotella, he's worked with Hello Pros, he's a sports psychologist.
Mhm.
I know you're all into that shit. I got like 2 of his books.
Sports psychology? Yeah,
Yeah,
I have one, but it's like the mental game of poker. I guess the guy used to play golf, but he's a
yeah.
psychologist.
This dude, he's worked with a shit ton of pros. His probably most popular one is just golf's not a game of perfect.
So let's have some cliff notes here.
He
How do you feel
he
like
did,
it's affecting you mentally?
when I first read it, and I first started playing, and I was using some of the like because he's like he's not a big like mechanics guy, but he'll give like certain techniques, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not. He's like I'm not a swing coach. One of the things he did, but it took me away from another thing I did that it took me away from intermediate target, and I got in a good habit of always using it because one of the pros at GV taught me it, and I was like, holy shit, that's
It's like choosing a target that's like halfway between you and the
no,
actual thing.
even with golf, you want it to be at least like some people like it within 2 feet in front of you. I'll go within like
Yeah,
10 feet.
I've tried doing that. I didn't mind it, but now like,
But then
mhm,
Bob Rotella says he's like just pick. He's like don't. He's like intermediate target if you want, but then he's like pick an elevated target. He's like it's easier to see your shot shape. Like it's easier
oh,
to
that's
see like
true.
oh you got a hill, pick that tree. It's like and then like kind of be like okay I want the tip of the tree and then just look at that and just swing towards it. And then it's just simple shit and just how he would tell guys, like he's like the best golfers he ever played with or the best golfers he coached and who had the best scores, they won majors, right? And he's like he would ask them, "What were you thinking about on that like 5 birdie stretch?" And he's like, "I don't know." It's just these guys know how to just shut their brain off.
They get into a flow state, like once
Yeah,
everything's
exactly.
working.
Exactly. And
It's a
he
weird
talks about
state.
that. He
It's
talks
a
about
weird
shit like
state to
that.
be
No,
in.
it's like in the zone. I played plenty of sports where like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you get
you
into
get
that
in the
zone,
zone,
hot
you're just
hand.
balling.
You just like you're just thinking about the right things at the moment. It could just be something as small as like, yeah, just I don't know. It's a weird
It
state.
lines up.
It's like hypnotic almost, where
It
it's just
is.
like you're kind of just going with it
But I
and
also think
everything is
but think about it. It's like if you fucking imagine, like you have like a dog, sitting there and you're hitting balls at him. He's gonna catch those fucking things. Like even if it's like you're lasering him by him, like dogs will catch it. Like it's just let your reactionary brain trigger, not your like thought. Like you're
yeah.
better off reacting than thinking reacting. You know?
Yeah, yeah. That
Yeah.
reminds
But
me.
it's so hard. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
But there's certain things you can develop to trigger yourself to
To just
activate
react
your
instead
reaction.
of
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
To
and that's hard to. I mean,
no, I know what you're saying.
yeah, that's why golf. A lot of it's just routine. You develop that routine. Like, okay, do your pre-shot routine every time the same. You know,
Yeah.
it'll help with nerves. It helps with just, and then boom, you hit.
Yeah, it's like resetting yourself,
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
centering
think about it,
yourself.
those guys have to like when you're out there and you're trying to clutch a I mean, Rom topped the drive on 18. You saw that, right?
Yeah, he didn't even make the
Like,
fairway.
bro, that was like I mean, and he still parred it. He parred it. And
That's
he won on
crazy.
Sevy's birthday.
He like hit a
You know,
provisional too.
yeah,
That was nuts. But like he
crazy.
already had it won. But no, like I get it. As far as the mental thing, mental game, like the warrior mindset of react. If you think about reacting, you get.
Killer. You're just killer, bro.
Yep, exactly. Speaking of killer, yeah, so after I went out, I shot that 89, which I mean I think I double bogeyed the last hole with a 3 putt. But no, I was hitting it really, really well throughout the round.
Well,
Um,
where'd you play?
I played Scissor
See,
Tail.
now you need to come out here.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. If I keep having
Uh,
nights like I had um Saturday night, maybe I will. So yeah, Saturday I went to the casino afterwards and it was like, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night.
where? Windstar?
Yeah, because I played Scissor Tail. I went 46, 43.
How was Scissortail?
It was the greens, like it's actually really good. You came when you did because they did a bunch of shit to the greens and like I couldn't get a feel for them. Some like they had this like some were just like bone dry and you were like, where's this breaking? It was like when greens get slow, they like just don't have any break and you can't get a feel for when it's like downhill or uphill as far as how they're gonna roll.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so they,
they
like,
had like some
punched them
seed on
kinda?
it. I don't know what they were doing,
They
but I
probably
couldn't
punched
I couldn't make any putts. I had one crazy up and down. It was like a bunker, you know, when your ball is on like the side of a bunker and you can't get into the bunker, but like you're elevated.
Mhm.
So like what I did was I just didn't choke down on the. Usually I'll choke down when I hit bunker shots, but this one I didn't, and I just like tried to swing down. Like I didn't know what the fuck to do when it's like sitting below my feet like that. But I managed to get up and down like some crazy way. It was like the most insane up and down I've had ever.
Hmm.
'Cause, like I was like, I hope I get this ball out. Chances are I'm gonna have to hit another bunker shot. That's what I was thinking. And I just freaking get it out somehow. I like put a bunch of loft on it and just like went after it.
You remember when I just Tony Finau'd it?
Tony, and
I
then
gotta
he just
show you
loses
the
his
video.
ball.
I gotta show you the video. I gotta show you the
I don't even know
video.
what shot. I don't even know what shot you're referencing when you reference Tony Finau. All I know is you just lost your ball and you were pissed.
It's here. It's a YouTube short. It's like the nuttiest shot. When you see it, you'll understand. But like,
What do I Google?
here, I'll put it in the fucking chat. But I mean, it's just like a pro shot, bro. You could see the ball too.
Finau. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Great shot.
Yeah, like bro,
You were trying to
that's,
like cut it around
I
the
was cut-
trees
and
you just-
punch it. Like
Yeah.
a punch cut, like punch draw is way easier than a punch cut. Like I could punch draw it all day.
Punch cuts are tough. I've made it. I've
Dude,
tried.
that's
Those.
gotta be the hardest shot in the bag. It has to be. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good shot.
like, yeah, like that's. I mean,
Those are like round. Those are save you a couple strokes.
oh, dude, I probably rolled up to the green. You chip up and down, way better chance for par. You know what I'm saying? We used to like practice shit like that because, like I said, like we'd be behind the range and there all be all the bunch of range balls that would go under the net. So we like chip them back on and like fuck around.
See,
Try to
that's
get
how
that
they
shot.
say you learn to hit it straight. You go out and you like force yourself to hit draws and fades, and then you like will kind of get the feel of what straight
Well,
is.
yeah, and then it's like even like they're like they're like you're better off just trying to just playing a shape because like even when you hit it straight, like you could hit it dead straight, right? But then it's like it might start drawing, might start cutting. So it's like
Yeah.
just play a shape.
Yeah, you got to play.
I kind of play like I think naturally.
But wouldn't you want to just play straight? Like I want to just play a straight one.
Yeah, for sure, of course.
but
like,
maybe
that's
favor a draw or something.
but that's the thing. Like, how often do you actually just hit it dead straight? Even like maybe with your shorter.
I
irons,
mean,
and even-
how often do I or
even
how
then,
often do you? Are we gonna no?
it's less than me.
Oh yeah, I was playing terribly, but now I bet I could probably give you
did-
5 strokes and still beat you.
I mean,
That's how confident I am with my swing change. 'Cause, like,
yeah,
I'm-
of course yeah. Oh yeah, sure, bro. Yeah, sure.
All right, let's see how much these flights are. What, $300? I'm in. I'll be right there. If are you gonna have that house to yourself for a while?
No, probably a month. That's it.
You gonna find an apartment?
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking. How
Much
I gotta-
how much they
I gotta
running out
see
in
if
Cali
my-
right now?
At least it's gonna be $2,000 a month.
Ooh, that's not too bad. I mean, That-
Yo, bro,
I-
that's,
I mean, I'm paying like I think it's like 14.
Yeah, I'd die to pay 14.
It's $600. I mean,
It's a lot, bro. That's like a couple rounds over the weekend. That's
couple rounds
food.
of brews.
Like,
Oh yeah, I didn't finish my
Mm.
story. So afterwards, after I played Scissortail, went to the casino, and I mean, I don't know what time I got there. It's probably around 8 or 8:30. You know how long I was there for? When do you think a reasonable time to leave that casino would have been?
would you leave 2 in the morning?
Later or earlier?
1,
No, later,
4?
later.
No, I was gonna say 4 would be like the DGen time. 6 a.m.
Later.
8 a.m.
Later.
Holy fuck! How long were you there? Then you were.
I was there till 10:30. I was there till
Oh
10:30
my
in the morning.
god! Oh my god!
Took
bro.
home a solid $850. Like in
That's why I
winnings.
can't go with you, bro. There's certain guys
Like-
like we've gone to the casino with, and they just won't leave. Bro.
That's why I was like. That's why
dude.
I wasn't trying to go play because I didn't. I know
Because
how
me,
I am.
I'll just go. I'll just play slots. If I'm staying there, that you would have to play poker though, because like
Yeah.
if I'm playing, I'll lose fucking everything. If I'm playing
Quickly.
slots for that fucking long,
Yeah.
you know, like I got up. I think I walked away with like I was up to like $300. Only walked away with like $100.
You walked away with almost 2. I think you won
Yeah,
like
I think
100.
so,
You like won
maybe.
$77.
Yeah, I won a little bit on the roulette. I hit 7 with like.
I was down. I was like
$5.
down to my last 100. I was down like $500, and then I just ran that shit up.
How much you came
'Cause,
up?
I mean, I was down 500. I ended up winning.
Were you just
800.
mopping the same people the whole time?
No, I kept switching tables, and I would like I got my stack up to like 800, I think, on the first table, and I was like, I'm gonna take some of this off when I go to the next one, and I kept doing that, and yeah, ended up winning. I won the night before playing online. I won $250, so I won over $1,000 playing cards this weekend, which was good.
Wow. Yeah, stick to
Help,
cards. Now.
little help with with this pen I have. I've been writing down a lot of things.
Oh my!
Just like
God.
writing down notes, so like that helps. I'm like just one with the world now. My poker game, my golf game, at all-time high.
Look at you been missing the weed, bro. That's what it is.
I think so. Like I'm actually just like content.
Relaxes you.
Yeah. Content. One.
How much is left? Let me see. I left you 2. Like I left you a good amount.
I
man.
know,
That's gonna
I know.
last you.
It probably
That's gonna
lasts me a
last
bit.
you.
It probably lasts me a bit.
You can't charge that other one, huh? You need
It doesn't matter. You only need to be able to charge one.
No, yeah. And
But it
that
took me a
one's
while to learn. I had to actually plug it into my computer because it wouldn't do it like on an outlet one.
Oh, really? I've only ever plugged it on my computer.
Oh, well, I mean, you've only done the right thing because it took me because that's what took me so long to get out to the course because I was like, I need to charge this thing.
I can't go out there. Bro, it's a felony out there. You gotta be careful.
All right, we're editing that part out. Now you just you say don't say the F word, bro.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about like
yeah.
writing shit down.
But
with
in
the pen.
California,
And if I get out to Oklahoma, I feel a little more safe though.
yeah, Oklahoma probably. I mean, I had that.
It's
I
like,
wonder what's in that little shack. They can't have any. Like, what the fuck?
is that Shaq funny? That thing's hilarious.
It's like what?
We should have like stopped and like taken a picture by it.
Like, yeah.
This random shack in between like 2 hotels.
It's like
in an RV park.
In the city, I've gone to a place in the city where like they literally are like, yeah, there's a smoke room above. I'm like, what? And you just go upstairs and there's like everybody just smoking.
Yeah, that's cool. What it must be
I
like.
should have hung out there more.
I think like everyone's a little bit more lax though, as far as like you saying the F word here live on YouTube, and you know the feds are watching. They watch everything. Anytime you say the F word, they're gonna be tuning in. Like, what are these guys talking about?
They've already looked.
They're probably outside my house right now.
They can see the floor plan of your apartment in there.
No, they probably just right like, now. Oh, who's this guy? Boom. They have an agent at my house. An actor. Walking their dog.
I'm gonna go to the range this week. I gotta go. I went yesterday, bro. I went yesterday. At Paradise, every stall was being used.
Bro, how many times you want to bring it up this podcast that like it was busy at a range on a Monday?
Second time.
Okay.
And so I just chipped and putted. You know what's so funny to me is everybody's out there grinding on the range. I go to the putting green. There's one other guy.
Isn't that crazy? That's what's wrong with people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why no one's game is very good. And honestly, you can work on your swing. Like when I was younger, I never realized like I was always a good chipper. And you know why? It's because like I just keep that same like like nice little tempo and hitting, I never really thought about like it's it's kind of like when you do the full swing, it's just that, but like more like
Yeah,
expanded,
yeah.
And I never
You're bringing
like I'm about to be on the Corn Ferry tour because I realized this. Like that's how serious this is.
okay.
Let's clip this part.
Um,
Let's look
no,
at it back
don't.
in a year
Okay, you're gonna
when I'm
try
winning
to say something to
amateurs.
me about bringing up a busy range, and you're gonna mention the Corn Ferry. Shut the fuck up. I just beat you by 5 strokes. And if anything, if I would have stayed there and kept playing, I was going lower. Like
I know
that day I should have shot in the 80s.
if I would have known, if I knew now what I should have known then, I would have shot 70. Like I'm about to be scratch. It's gonna be crazy. Like I'm ready for it. I'm prepared mentally to handle
Okay,
those.
you're high. You're okay. Like did you go rip the pen again? Like
what? That's a felony here in Texas.
yeah,
So
did you
I don't know why you're mentioning that.
Because I would laugh if you got arrested. I would literally just laugh.
Bob's gonna like swap me.
Yeah, actually, hey, this guy's got a weed pen from California.
They're like
liberals brought it over. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
I wonder if
you're gonna be like, "Hold on," like the high school team's 4-0. It's like those are my brothers. It's over, bro. I Tony Finau'd it into the shit. I started finally getting a feel for those. When I was there, those greens, I like the speed of them, but I didn't like how there's no rough around.
All right,
it's funny. Like I went chipping and I'm
Empty
like,
alcohol
oh, I'm chipping
containers,
on grass.
the driver's inebriated.
Kind of feels weird.
Are we gonna get pulled if I play this?
Dirt. Play what?
This Family
Guy clip. What are we gonna get pulled for? Like we're literally below the channels they pull. That's how little viewers we have.
All right, watch. Do you remember this clip from Family Guy? I think I remember explaining it to you. This is what Texas reminds me of.
On his face and arms. There's a blood-soaked corpse in the back seat. Got shovels in there, and a hand-drawn map titled, "This is where we'll hide the body."
Well, that all seems fine. Sorry to bother you, sir.
Pot! Small amount of pot! Oh, come on! I don't appreciate
Yeah, then weed. Yeah, then a little bit.
I'm a Family Guy.
No, that's real. That's real.
Like, oh, that seems fine. Weed, small bag weed. He like grabs his gun. We don't. Yeah.
I've been busted with it in Cali.
You have?
Every time, yeah, but every time they just like were like stomp it out. That was like we're talking 10 years ago.
Damn, stomp it out.
And then there was one time where I was driving to Humboldt, so that explains it. And the dude, he probably could have just super troopered me. Like it was fucking. I was on that highway. Right, yeah, like he could have did that to me. That's literally what's out there, bro, in Humboldt. And fucking, I had this jar. It was literally this big. It was one of those huge mason jars, and it was half full. So it was probably like 3 ounces in there. And I had it in my front seat. And I just had my sweatshirt over it. And I was on like it's like a 6-hour drive to Humboldt. And I was on like hour 4. I was pretty close. And I started smoking this blunt I had. Like I just put it out and I was like, oh, let me light it up. And all of a sudden, like, because cops fly out there and I'm just like chilling. And there's this trailer to my right. And he's going hella slow. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta pass this fucker. And I start to pass, and all of a sudden this cop gets on my ass. I'm like, no. And I drive up and go up, and then I fucking get into the next lane after I pass the fucking trailer, dude. And the cop just gets right behind me too. And I was just like,
all right, this is life now. And then what happened?
He hit the lights, and I was just like, fuck, I fucking got off on the next off ramp. And then he pulls up to the window. He literally, I'm not shooting you. He pulls up to the window. He's like, license registration. And he's like backed up because it just smelled like pure weed. Because I was just like, I was smoking the blunt as he hit the light. Like as he came up on me, I was like, fuck, put it out. And then he hit the lights and like within 5 minutes. And so then he's like, license registration. Because like something was wrong with the DMV. Like I had my car registered.
Mm-hmm.
but the tag was out and they didn't send it to me. And so the cop was like, "Yeah, your registration's out." I was like, "Actually, it's good, but they just fucking never sent it to me." I was like, "It's already
Wow.
paid for this year." He's like, "All right." And so he went back there and he had like his buddy come by and they just sat back there and watched me for like 30 minutes. Like
Just sit
he
in your
checked
car.
he checked my shit. I could see him in the rear view and they were just gonna see if I was gonna like move or hide some shit.
Hmm.
The bag of weed was sitting there, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, well, if I'm gonna get a DUI, I was just like, this is it. So I was just chilling. And he
This is
comes back and like in 20 minutes, he goes like, "Yeah, you're good to go." And I was just like, all right, thanks. You know? And then I
damn.
was just like, I sat there
They're
and
just
I'm
making
like,
sure you're not like tweaking out or something.
no, then I sat there, I'm like, what if they fucking I drive off and the motherfucker's just like, just kidding, you know?
I actually like let me you see that
Because
weed you
he
have?
knows I'm high as fuck. Like, but like the thing is, I was just being cool. I was just like, I was like, hey, he didn't. But it's also humble. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to bust dudes with like pounds and their fucking little buggy.
No,
But yeah,
I've
you're
never
not gonna
had
be
anything like
scratched.
that.
The only
But
way you're gonna be scratched is because this guy like takes free drops. Like he lands in like little dirt area. And he's like, "This used to be a
that was
cart
a
path." It's
man.
like,
That
bro,
was
a cart path
man-made,
heading
bro.
to the cart
It was
path
just a car
heading
path heading off the fairway. Like there was rocks in the
to
path.
the creek.
There was
to the
rocks
creek
in
that you hit it in
there was
every other hole?
rocks. There was rocks in the dirt. I'm not gonna
Okay.
hit. I'm not gonna just break a wedge. I've broken a wedge just from hitting off a rock like an asshole. Like, why would I do that? Why would I hit off a rock?
It wasn't off a rock, ladies and gentlemen. There was rocks in the area. It was just off dirt. This guy's a pussy.
It wasn't. It's not like I had a shot. Whether I hit it from there or somewhere else, I was just being safe with my clubs.
Just remember that when he tries to bring up some bullshit on me.
Well, just remember this conversation when I'm on the corn fair and Goff's like, "Yeah, I guess you were right. Like, I didn't believe you, but now I do."
Like,
Now that
if
you're
you're
shooting
on,
under
I
par.
will be. If you're on the corn fair, I'm going to be there as your caddy.
You're gonna, yeah, and have Guap as my caddy. He's gonna sit there with the Ritz cracker. We'll be
That's my
like,
ball marker.
we'll just be sponsored by cannabis groups. That's would just be my whole shirt. Bunch of different cannabis people, or like shops.
That'd be kind of clean.
Be like, yeah, this guy is not accepting any sponsors, but just marijuana. Could you imagine just like being under the influence of marijuana and just beating everybody on tour? Like,
Oh,
wow.
they said that there was like some dude that came out and he was like talking about because it used to be like the nationwide tour or whatever.
Hmm.
And he was talking about fucking. He's like, yeah, dudes would go into like the porta potty and like rip a bowl. Like, I mean, think about it. You're at some tournament, like nobody's really there.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
like 3-4 days long.
Yeah, it's like, and you're golfing. Can you imagine me not doing that? Like, and imagine like the broadcast. I'm like in the fucking bushes, looking for my ball, ripping this pen.
And there is
There's Guap. He's
Zen's
not
caddy.
even flirty with the cat.
Zen is carrying his own bags right now. Where is his caddy? He's like, yeah, he's back there. He's doing his thing. You gotta let him be.
What do you think Rom was doing when he took those 7 bathroom breaks, bro? He was taking bumps in the fucking
Yeah, they gotta drug test people after golf. How do you think he was
DJ got busted for coke?
really
Yeah.
on the course or just like
No,
at a club?
no, it was something happened. I forget what it was.
I didn't realize. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
Bro, this
believe
guy
it.
has party.
Like freaking, what's his name?
Has failed 3 drug tests, 1 for marijuana in 2009 and 2 for cocaine in 2012 and 2014.
That's like
Bro,
intense.
he's a partier.
That's intense.
He's a partier.
To test positive for coke, it's really tough because that stuff gets out
Yeah,
of your
that
system
means
really
you were
quick.
doing it like the day before.
He was
bro.
like he had it in his nose while he was taking the drug test.
Yeah, like that's nuts. Well, you could
Twice.
tell his wife is coked out too. The Gretzky bitch.
Jesus, bro. Jesus. Like, relax. This is recorded. You're just going in
Oh, I don't
after
give a
DJ's
fuck.
wife.
The DJ don't get DJ's like, hey, he's right. Like I fuck with DJ.
Yeah,
I
he's
picked
right.
him to get top 10. He didn't. Fucking coward. No.
People who
The-
cheat off in
look,
the AM.
The likelihood of
advantage.
DJ ever hitting me back because I just said Paulina probably does coke with him is the likelihood
You know, I'm gonna
of
start
you
making
even
reels.
ever sniffing the fucking Latin American tour. Like you'll never.
Is
even
that like the bottom tour? Are we just why?
No, I just
I'm
there's
gonna
like-
maybe go with the European tour. You know, explore the world.
no. You're
Then
being
I might
fooled.
have to
You
be on
couldn't-
Live. I might get picked up by
You couldn't-
Live before
You
anything.
couldn't touch the European
And be
tour.
like, you know, I like your
It'd
style.
be like
yeah, what's the contract
Canadian
looking like?
tour, Canadian tour, the Latin American tour. I would fuck with. Corn Ferry is obviously the one below PGA, but then yeah, it's like the European, the Asian tour is sick, bro. They got There's players all over the world.
And I'm right here in Texas, just like my man, that amateur. He's from Texas.
Oh, Bennett, that man, fucking, he was pretty cocky. He was like, pretty cocky in the interviews after.
What was he saying?
What did he end up at?
He got top 20. But yeah, I mean, he didn't get any money. It's crazy. It's crazy how those. I mean, it must just be crazy playing in the
I
Masters.
think you could get money. Like if he were to win, he could be like, "All right, I'm going pro," and then he would get.
I don't think no, because you qualify as an amateur, you have to play as an amateur. There's
I don't
no.
know. That's what my uncle was trying to say some shit like that because I was telling him that I was like, bro, I was like, he doesn't get shit. He's like, nah, he would. There's like a way.
You get like sponsors.
'Cause I was
you
telling
get a
him,
bunch of
no.
sponsors.
I mean, even in college nowadays, you get paid, right?
I mean, he's gonna get paid now that he did that for the Masters.
Yeah, I mean, Brooksy, man, you saw that old fire in him, but
That old fire.
didn't finish it out. It was tough. I mean, he played
Sucks
good
playing with
golf
Rahm.
first 3 days.
Rahm was just killing the ball.
Rahm just doesn't like. He's a competitor. He doesn't give a fuck who he's playing against.
That he starts off with the 4-putt and then just goes off.
Even on Thursday, he started off double bogeying.
Really?
You double bogey one on Thursday. And
That was the first
Thursday
hole.
No, it was
That I'm
Friday.
talking about. Okay.
Yeah, Friday he double bogeyed the first hole, and then he fucking ended up shooting 7 under or 6 under.
Yeah. That was Thursday. He shot
Yeah.
7
It
under
was
with
Thursday?
the double bogey.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was nuts. I was like watching it at work all day. I had my phone up, and I was like, what the? I was like, fuck, he just double bogey, and he just kept.
Then I texted
fucking-
you like laughing.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, look at that.
Yeah, I'm like,
that
this
4-putt.
guy's a fucking idiot. He's texting him shit on Thursday. What a loser. You're like, I don't like Rahm.
I had him as a captain on one of my teams.
Yeah, because you have his card, you fuck. That doesn't mean
Because I bought it.
anything.
Because I bought it a couple weeks ago because I was like, people are going to be low owned on him. So let me get him his
Wrong.
price is low.
Rombo.
Rombo. Let's check out. Look how many cards I have in this contest.
No one wants to see that, bro. No one cares. It's over.
64
Are you ready to
cards.
wrap this up or what?
I can make like 10 lineups this week. I can make 10 lineups.
How is Rory not playing?
I don't know. So you're trying to. All right. Let's talk a little bit about this week.
Add Screen. Look, RBC Heritage withdrawal adds Screen to dubious PGA Tour decision.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. Everyone's pissed about Brooks and something. What did Brooks do?
What? What are you talking about?
Brooks Koepka did something on Saturday. Just Google Brooks Koepka ruling.
So unless there's a legitimate medical reason for the latest withdrawal, McElroy could lose a percentage of his player in the PIP reward, which goes to the players.
A penalty that seems to have been disregarded. Like, let's look at this. Chatter continues on Masters ruling with Koepka and Caddy. The controversy surrounding whether or not Brooks Koepka caddy Ricky Elliott was in violation of Rule 10.2a concerning giving advice to a competitor is likely to now die down in the wake of John Rahm's history. I'm reading this article.
What did it say?
Had Koepka won, you could bet that incident would have remained a talking point. It's about Koepka's caddy giving advice to a competitor.
Oh, I heard like Koepka said some shit too, like Rahm. He's like, yeah, I knew Rahm hit a 7, and he was like short on that par 3, so he's like, I hit a 7, and he was good. I don't know. Yeah, you're not supposed to, but it's like, who the fuck gives a fuck, bro? They already all know.
Yeah. Videos and photos show Elliott verbally saying that Koepka had hit a 5-iron on the 15th hole of the first round. It also showed Koepka possibly flashing 5 fingers as another signal.
Yeah.
Question is if that they were giving information to Gary Woodland's caddy.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. It's like they talk about that shit after the round anyways. Like, who cares, bro? You still gotta hit the fucking club. Gary Woodland didn't fucking win.
I didn't realize this was such a big deal.
He was in the mix. It is a rule. Like, you can't, like, you know how when you play with your buddies, you're like, hey, what'd you hit that hole? You can't say that. Like,
I know. I was like, when I played with you, I was telling you wrong things. You're like, yeah, I hit a 7 when I actually hit a 9.
Yeah, but I'm like 2 clubs over you.
Exactly. So you'd like pull out a 56 degree.
Yeah.
What were you saying though?
Like, you could say the rule is like, you could say yardage. You could be like, oh, it's 170 something, because yardage is supposed to be public knowledge. So you could say that. But it's just like, there's like a story Adam Scott like said. He said he played with Tiger and a couple other people. It was one of the first times he played with Tiger, and they were playing $1,000 no bogey. And so he said by like the 16th hole, Adam Scott, he was the only one without a bogey. And then so he sees they go to this par 3. It's like a shorter one, or it's like some par 3, and he sees Tiger pulled out like a 4-iron. And Tiger hits this 4-iron, and it just lands softly onto the green. So Adam Scott goes, all right, I'm gonna hit 4. Adam Scott hits the 4, it flies the green. And he's like, I nutted it, I pured it, the 4-iron, and it flies the green. And Tiger Woods looks at him, he goes, don't ever look in my bag.
Damn.
Like, yeah, bro, like, you could do that
because he just took a bunt like a club off.
Yeah, exactly. He just tigered it. Like, he just probably like, I'm gonna finesse this. And
yeah, I'm
Scott pured it, and it went over, and he's like, I end up bogeying the hole. So yeah.
Damn.
So I mean, it's like, yeah, if they want to give, I don't care. I really don't care. There's that other intimidation factor. It's just like, have you seen that movie? The same shit happens in that movie, The Greatest Game, with the Shia LaBeouf movie. You should watch that.
I feel like I have seen it.
Golf movie. Yeah, it's like the greatest game ever played or whatever.
The greatest round ever. Coming to soon to California when we go.
We're
gonna play Cypress Lakes, right?
No.
We're gonna play that. We have to. Like, if
you can play it by yourself, I'm not gonna go.
Why don't you want to play Cypress, bro? That's my home course.
Cool.
All right, I just won't even go. We might have to play it twice.
No, I'm not playing. I'll maybe play Cypress once. I'm not playing it twice at all. I'm playing. If you come up here, we'll go play. Just so I can show you what a good course looks like, so you know it for the next time I come out to Texas. We'll play Yocha, maybe Dark Horse, just because.
I mean, we gotta play.
I don't know if you're not
bangers. We have to play the old bangers, you know.
Yeah, but I don't know if you're like worth taking a Dark Horse. Like, I don't think you'll appreciate it. Maybe not.
You're
even
not going to
intro.
appreciate.
I just
me.
don't think you have like the knowledge to appreciate it. You know,
So like when I just come out there and just slap
you'll
you
just
down,
be like, ignorance is bliss. You'll be like, hey.
you know, you're gonna be like, I didn't realize what feel was until I watched you play golf. Like, you know, I told you I figured it out. You just they didn't listen. They didn't listen.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What kind of
Then
face
yeah,
are you making?
we'll play Rancho Paradise.
Rancho Paradise, Cypress.
Oh fuck Cypress, bro.
Well, I mean, we got to play Cypress. That's just my course. What I wonder even what
I'm
that is.
cool.
Like 6,500 from the tips.
Literally the scorecard just reads dog shit. Like when you look, it just says dog
Bro,
shit.
I mean, I know it's not
You're
the
like,
best.
oh, okay, cool.
It's just a course I grew up playing.
Like I'd play Green Tree if Green Tree was around, but
We'd have to play both Cypress and Green Tree. But I mean, Cypress is my jam.
Green Tree's gone.
I'm gonna go onto that course and just start crying.
Yeah, I'm not going on. I'm not playing that course.
No, we kind of have to. It's
You can.
complicated.
Like, you go play with like another buddy or something.
But I have a buddy from the golf team. He lives out in the Bay.
There you go.
We'd probably have to play with him too. But yeah, I've never heard of those courses you're talking about, Black Horse or whatever.
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. You're gonna be the dark horse here, and
I've never played good at Dark Horse too.
I just like you. You never really play well, anyways. And you know what? That's what I was
played
thinking about
horrible.
it. That's what kind of sucks about like if you do golf trips and you like play kind of bad. It kind of sucks. You know what I mean? Like when you just can't hit the ball, you're like, fuck. Like this kind of sucks.
Or like you just like break your driver.
You break your driver. Yeah.
In the first 9 holes, your driver's
Bob's
just
like,
done.
I'm gonna force this back.
I do.
Like it should have looked like this.
Dude, it wouldn't like either way. I started hitting on the plastic too, and it just wouldn't pop back in. And like, you know what TaylorMade had the audacity of saying, because I sent him pictures. They're like, we can't see the damage to the club. I said, what? So like I've been going back and forth with TaylorMade warranty, because what I'm going to do is like hopefully they'll just send me the Stealth too, right? And I'm just gonna have one of my homies. He always sells like golf shit on fucking Facebook Marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
So like he was like, yeah, I'll sell it for you. And so fucking, I was like, yeah, if I get that new one, I'm just gonna get a TSR3. I'm just gonna tell my boss. Maybe he could fit me. But I'm just gonna tell him.
What are you gonna do with the driver you get back?
Like I said, like my buddy, he always buys and sells clothes off like Facebook Marketplace. So he was like, yeah, I'll sell it for you. All right, he would list it for me.
But
I was like, all right,
a new Stealth.
Yeah, like if they send me the Stealth 2, which they probably will, because that's what happened last time when I had this Sim 1 and the Stealth just came out. They sent me the Stealth.
Right? Don't they want you to send in that Sim sometime?
They might. They haven't asked for it so far. What they had, they're like, yeah, we can't see the damage, so they're like, you have 2 options. One, just send it to us. We'll send you a FedEx free shipping label. Send us the club. I was like, okay. And the option 2 was I can't remember. So I was like, yeah, just send it. I was like, give me the label. So they sent it this afternoon. I gotta go. I should have did fucking today because I'm gonna be home late tomorrow.
Did they send you a text with the routing information or the tracking information?
Yeah, it's cost $1 some. Only a fucking idiot would click it. And
only an asshole would just send their friends like
I didn't look at it.
Phishing links. Like what the fuck? You just send me corrupted links like an asshole and then blame me.
I didn't look at it.
I know you were probably really stoned.
But why would you blame me? Don't trust me.
Why? Okay. Chat, everyone don't say anything in chat if you agree with me. It was perfect timing. It got you really good. But it kind of screwed me over. Like, I got you. You just gave your credit card information.
But my thing is, you can't just take no blame. You can't just say it's all me.
I know. You at least deserve 80% of the blame.
Okay, no.
Okay, what
It's
do
like
you think?
It's like 60-40 you.
no. Like it's at
All I
least
did was like,
75%.
all right,
It's at
whatever.
least
I got-
3/4
like,
you. I'll
could've
take a
saw- like,
quarter of the blame.
You actually clicked the website and put in like
My
I
credit
didn't do
card
any
information.
of that. Yeah.
I mean, you put in your credit card information for buying a pizza. Who really cares?
Yeah, but when do you
Speaking
ever-
about buying a pizza,
I didn't know that it was sending you a link to like pay for it. I just thought it was like this is an update. That's why I sent it to you.
I bought
I
a
didn't know it was
pizza
doing all that.
on
I
Sunday,
bought this
and I
pizza-
forgot the cheese.
Wait.
Somehow I took off the cheese. I was like trying to change the sauce, and I just
Wait, hold on.
so I got a
So
pizza
they
without any
sent
cheese.
it to you. They sent it.
They
to
sent it to me without any cheese, just like bread and pepperoni and like some white sauce on it, and it was just
you. Yeah,
like,
if you come out here, we gotta. I go. Pietro's is obviously. It's
I mean,
Pietro's.
we gotta hit up Pietro's, Mary's, Round Table.
But no, there's another one out here. It's like their pepperoni. I'm on talk just regular pep. Just a good old pepperoni za from the Italians. It's one of the best. It's Napoli's, and it's like I just ordered.
It's actually pronounced Nepalese.
No, but Napoli's, it's fire. Their pizza, and you can get obviously you get different types of pizzas too, but we'll get like two of those larges.
Then what are you getting? You saw me just clean up that large without a problem.
Yeah.
I should have just ate the rest of that pizza. I
You
probably
ate.
could've.
You damn near did. What do you mean?
I was like, I'm gonna leave some
There
for
was like
him.
2
I'm gonna
slices
leave
yet.
some for Guap because
No,
maybe
I
he's
was
still
done.
hungry.
I was done.
And I was like, I mean, I could have just demolished it. That pizza was good.
Could have. You did demolish it.
There was still a couple slices left. I just threw it out today. And like a garlic knot. Those garlic knots were good too.
I finished that large pizza today. The one I ordered one yesterday. It's Napoli's is it's fire, bro.
Napoli's. Where is that located?
There's it's like a small franchise. I think there's one in like Benicia, there's one in Vacaville, and there's one
Like where in Vacaville? What shopping area?
other side of town.
Like Nugget area? Or
No.
the skating rink area?
Yeah, sure.
Is that where it is?
No.
So that's
You
where
won't.
the skating rink area is where Mary's is at.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, there's a Mary.
Kind of.
Like,
It's right
I-
there. It's
Skating
right
rink.
there.
I would say more the just not skating rink. You could just
It's
say
in the
movie
same parking
theaters.
lot. The movie theaters.
It's right in front of the movie theaters.
Yeah, but the movie theaters
We
right
can get
next to the
Mary's. You
skating
can't go
rink.
wrong with Mary's. Can't go wrong with Mary's.
Can't go wrong with Mary's. Where else? What else is there?
Pietro's is fire too.
Murillo's. We gotta check out Murillo's.
They're opening another Murillo's. It's in Dixon.
Murillo's was good. Their
Murillo's is cool. It's white as fuck. It's not
yeah.
like
Their
we
sauce.
didn't get any Tex-Mex there.
I know you. We should have hit up that place that I
Like,
wanted.
we
to
didn't
go
do
to.
anything. That first 36 round day just destroyed us.
I
We should have
know.
did that on like day 2.
I mean, we had Cowboys on day 2. The thing is that we got all that food at Cowboys.
Oh, I needed a nap too because like
We had decent food. We went to Buc-ee's and the pizza place that first day. And then
Yeah.
the Cowboys
Buc-ee's
food.
was good. I mean, it's like what everyone when I ask people, they like everyone's like, yeah, you got to go to Austin. They're like Dallas is, and now I kind of see it. Like Dallas is like, I feel like it's just like newer.
I don't know.
Even, like
I've never been to
or-
Austin. I've been wanting to go.
they say Austin's like way chiller, way better.
Yeah.
Like
It's like
more shit
a
to
bunch
do.
of people
I mean,
that
think
look like
about-
me. A bunch of people that look like me there. No, really.
I mean,
like that's
I
what
mean,
it
that's
is.
that's literally 70% of America.
I'm
I don't
90% of. I'm white with a
It's-
man bun.
Yeah,
And
your
a
brother-in-law had a man bun too. Is that like the
know.
thing out there?
No.
Should I get a skullet?
No, people like to rock my style. People see how fresh I look.
Like,
How smooth. Smooth is one word.
no,
How
just like
I
gay
am-
is
how to
in.
describe myself on dating sites.
Like gay is in. That's why
Wow.
they see you. They're like, oh, maybe gay's kind of in.
Shut the fuck up. It's been in since like 2005. I don't know where
That's
you've
true.
been.
That's true.
That's been
Just
the new
imagine,
fad.
imagine if the trans just got a hard nosed football team.
I was thinking about those bits. Those bits were good.
He has a skit, like he has like a skit thing. Like he got fired from SNL, but I mean, you can tell the guy's still funny. SNL is like a different type of humor. I watched.
I don't like SNL at all.
No, it's the older SNL. There's some good shit, but like newer, like because I was watching. Tom Segura had David Spade on.
Mm.
That was pretty good because like he's part of that old '90s crew with like Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, Chris Rock. You know.
But wait, so
Tommy Boy.
so why are you pissed we didn't go anywhere? We went to that bar.
No,
we only
but I
had
was
3
saying,
nights.
no,
we only had
no, what
3
I was,
nights.
No, that's what I was saying. Like I was telling people, I was like, bro, I was like, and on top of it, we were like 45 minutes away from like downtown.
Yeah, there's
Like, there's like,
it's
no-
you can do it, but you have to make a whole day of it to go downtown. Like we're
Yeah.
golfing every day.
it's
Wait,
weird
no,
though. Like it's like Vacaville downtown. Like the other day, I went to a little restaurant downtown. There's like people at the bar. Couple people.
Yeah.
My
This
buddy
area
said
is like
something pretty
dead. That
cool.
bar was actually a pretty cool place that we went to.
Yeah,
Very
that
cool.
like that's a good place to go watch the game or something. That place was cool.
Yeah,
It's
but
just-
I mean,
my
we
thing
missed
is
out
like
on that
everything's
Mexican
just
place.
everything's just wide open. Yeah, we should have went Mexican. That barbecue spot was cool that we went to, but they just smother that shit in barbecue.
Bro, yeah, you have to know how to order. You have to know what to get there.
Okay.
You should have just got the ribs. Like, did you see all those ribs? I
No, that
demolished?
was way,
That was
like,
epic.
too
I was
much,
epic how
bro.
I demolished those ribs. I
Dude,
didn't eat the
that
next
was
day.
so many ribs.
I didn't even eat
I
the
don't
next
know
day.
how you did that.
I was like eating the fries too. I was like, hold on, let me
Yeah,
finish
you
these
didn't
fries.
eat all the fries though.
I didn't because like I felt kind of bad.
no way.
They were like waiting for me. It was like, really? Like I just ate a full rack of ribs. We had all of
Yeah,
those.
she's like,
like
can I take your plate? And you're over there like,
I'm like, no.
and I'm like, I was full. Like I'm fatter, way fatter than you.
I was like, no, I'm gonna
I
finish
was like
this and I'll like
hurting,
drop.
bro. I was like, oh, like I wanted to eat the brisket. The brisket was so like it was breaking apart, but they just slapped that fucking.
I didn't
I
realize
want
they
that-
put so much barbecue
Bro,
sauce.
like,
on.
this
they've
motherfucker,
done that
like-
to me with the ribs too.
I should have told him like barbecue sauce on the side, bro.
I know. I used to tell them that.
Give me another little piece of bread. Or so, like that sausage was good, but like don't like I don't need that much BBQ sauce, bro.
Yeah, no,
I'm not a barbecue sauce guy. I'm not.
You're not a
maybe I
rib. Are
should've
you
got the
not a rib
ribs.
guy? You're not a
No,
rib
so
guy?
I'm not.
You
a
didn't want to
big
do
rib
the
guy.
work. You didn't want to do the work. That's what you
Yes.
said.
Yes.
You got
It's a lot of
went in
work.
Texas, man. Went in Texas. I didn't really
Well,
start.
I
eating
still
ribs till I
got a
out here.
brisket, bro. Like, what do you mean?
You had it. Yeah, the Bucky's brisket was good. Did you have one of their burritos?
No, I got bacon. Those things were fucking fire though.
Ooh, those things were real
But
good.
like but I'm not gonna lie to you. Like while that first day where like you were like, I gotta fucking, I'm dropping 5 balls. I'm gonna hit 5 different putts, and you were like on the range for an hour, bro. I didn't even hit. I hit range balls for 10 minutes.
Because I was just getting
I was
getting a full practice.
But
session.
after Bucky's, I'm not shitting you. I took 3 shits there
oh,
before
yeah.
we teed off.
Oh yeah, you were just
I
like
kept going off and shitting. And I bought like a double Jameson, and I was like, I gotta go shit again. I took
That's
2.
the worst.
We got in there. I took a shit. I went back, took a shit, and like they're like this whole place is like renovating the whole time. All the primos are outside, fucking doing.
The lady, the
Yeah, they're
lady
all
was
right
like
there.
pretty cute too.
Remember, she was like, "Gotcha!" Like she did the fucking thing. No, so I was like, what
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck?
like driving.
And
by.
you were like, "Oh, what? What does that mean?"
I didn't even like. Why do
You're
you?
like,
why
what
do you
is
act like
that?
I have Down syndrome every time?
Because
And it was just
I
like-
mean, you have a hint about
They were obvious. She was obviously flirting with me. Like, let's get that straightened out
Oh,
here.
obviously.
Yeah. There was two of them.
She's like, oh, look at the little Asperger's guy. He's cute. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'll take whatever I can get.
Hey, take whatever you got.
If I had to play that role, no, that's messed up.
No, I'll play it all day. I am that role. Bro, I'm working with this one guy. He's so fucking annoying. Like, I told him, I was like, hey, be there 6:15 tomorrow. He's like, all right. I figured out like he's gonna show up at 6:30. This motherfucker doesn't get there till 7 o'clock. And like he's like wondering, like I don't even want to like he finally started getting the hint, like I just don't want to even talk. Cause like I pick him up and then we go drive an hour and a half to where we need to go. And like he just like he asked me, he's like he said he's from like Ukraine area. And he talked like he's like, Mark, it's like, I don't know. He tells me to do this. He shows me the steps, but he's like, I just don't understand. And I'm like, bro, like he always says that. He's like, I don't understand. And I literally just want to grab him and shake him like it's fucking like it's like, Jesus. Dude. No, bro, and like
what do you want to yell at him while you're like shaking him?
I just want to be like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. Like it's like, oh my God. Like, oh, it's crazy.
Just help him out. Help the guy out, man.
No, you can't help that. Don't you understand? You can't help that.
Let me help your mindset.
Bro, like he comes to me for shit, and I've only been in this department for 3 months. And I've already I literally am overseeing him right now.
Sometimes it's not about like
and he's been there a year. But
sometimes people just don't approach problems the same way. And that's why like people just fall behind.
But bro, you're a fucking engineer. Figure it the fuck out. There's
learning curves. Like, some people get it, some people don't.
Bro, you're an engineer. Figure it the fuck out, bro. Like that's literally what you're like. That's your job. Like I don't know how else to explain that to you. Figure it out. That's your fucking job. And I'm not gonna say, look, I'm not perfect. I don't figure shit out. I go ask stupid questions all the time. That's literally my middle name. But I'll go figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, I mean. I don't know, bro. I also have very little patience. I do.
So why do you have to bring the whole country of Ukraine down? Too.
I didn't.
I'm sitting here. I have a Ukraine flag in my front porch, and like now you're sitting here like
you don't even have an American flag.
I'll tell
you have a Joe Rogan. You're like fucking COVID was fake. Conspiracy theorists.
I don't think I've ever said that.
You're like government's manipulating the weather.
Well, yeah, everyone knows that. They've been doing that. Okay. They've been doing that. They shoot stuff into the air to control us. All right.
This is a good point to call it. Let's call it.
We didn't even talk anything about heritage.
Hurry up, end it. There's nothing to talk about. Hurry up, end it.
Who do you think wins heritage?
It's 11 o'clock. I think McElroy does. All right, end it.
There you have it, folks.